Hello, I'm Fleur, and I'm back for another episode of the Isolation Diaries. Today is Thursday, the 16th of April, and the time now in Perth is 11:30 at night. So, yeah, just wanted to share with you everything that I've done over a week. Um, I remember my dream from last night, which is very weird, which means I really had a good sleep, and for me to remember it when I woke up, I love to analyze my dreams and try to see the hidden messages. But sometimes you don't remember everything. Um, I remember that I was babysitting a young child. Um, it was a boy, and I was telling him to look into the cabinet, and you know how you say, "Oh, I can see pearls. Can you spot them?" That's what I said to him, and he keeps looking all over the place and he doesn't find it. And there's another cabinet just next to him, and there's a whole cabinet of pearls all over the place. So it made no sense why that was there. And the funny thing was, I had socks on my feet, and the ground was wet. And then you know how when your socks gets wet, you try to stand on one toe so that the other one, because it's like a little damp. And the funny thing is, I'm standing without both my toes on the ground. Oh my god, it can only happen in my dream, right? Um, and what else do I remember? I remember pearls, the toes. Uh, I did analyze a bit of it as soon as I woke up, and I think the socks and the feet is more of a possible danger that I need to be aware of. Pearls is something which is very precious to me, or something that I value a lot, or I'm giving a lot of my attention to. Um, yeah, that's my dream for yesterday. So tonight before I go to sleep, I actually keep a paper and a pen so that if I do remember it as I wake up, I will write it down because I'm not going to remember when I wake up in the morning, and I can analyze it. Um, Over the week, I remember this. It was more like a nightmare, but I remember the dream. Um, I'm crossing the station. I'm walking across the train station, and I realize I'm going in the wrong direction, so I turn around and I walk in the opposite direction. I meet a friend, a girl, and we start walking together, and there's these two guys who are arguing, and she says, "Don't worry, I'll sort it out. You go ahead." And I remember asking, "Are you sure about it?" And she says, "Yeah." And then the next things I remember, I live in Bombay. Um, I I see myself um, where I live back there. I can picture the place, the building I lived in, um, the trees, the footpath, the road, everything. And suddenly I can hear them screaming, the guy and her. And instead of going to help, I'm trying to hide away. And there are police near my house just watching what's happening. And there were two of them. It just, the whole dream didn't make any sense to me. And all I could think was, where was my mother? I don't know why I thought of her. Like, why couldn't she be there to protect me? And I just woke up with this, um, you know, uh, emotion, and I just sat on my bed and cried for a while till I could just figure what I just witnessed, because it felt like it was so real, and it felt like I was going through it. Now, I haven't been watching any movies, so it couldn't be something that I saw on TV, but yeah, I cried. I took a piece of paper, I wrote it down, and then I went back to sleep. And when I woke up in the morning, I was fine. Like, I don't remember anything. But the minute I kept thinking of the dream, again, I kept breaking down and crying. So, yeah, that's me with my crazy dreams and trying to figure out or analyze what I see in them. Uh, with travel plans and what does the future hold, um, I've never really traveled out of Perth. Um, I've only been on one cruise, and that was just um, because a friend invited me, and I was lucky to be there because I don't think I was gonna go on it, but it made a difference, and I suddenly wanted to work for cruise, um, the cruising industry. But right now, yeah, I don't know where things are going. I hope to God that, you know, things will get better, and that probably it'll be easier to get into the industry and start working, but who knows? I've no idea. But I'm a pretty flexible person, so it's like master, no, jack of all trades. I'm pretty sure I'm a master of a few of them, but I'm very flexible. So I jump into anything that's available. So it's easy to work. But I do realize that as people grow older, they get very rigid and they're not willing to take up work or learn new procedures or processes or, train. But I'm a person who loves to learn, so I don't mind. And normally technical and computer is my strong point, so I love learning it. It takes my fancy. So yeah. Um so with current affairs at the moment, I don't watch TV. I don't want to get drained into that kind of energy. um I believe that if I need to know anything, I think my Facebook will pop up with stuff, or my friends will post something. So I'm pretty sure I will be, yeah, aware of anything that I need to. Um, with China, I have a lot of friends who are based in China as well, and what if I was born there and I came here, and then people, looked at me differently just because of the situation that's going on. It wouldn't be fair, right? So I don't have that right to judge somebody else. So it's not my cup of tea. Um, what other cheeky things I've been doing at home? Well, cheeky things. Just cleaning the garage over and over again. I still have paperwork that I need to clean up. Um, yeah. Um, I've started singing, so I'm pretty sure my neighbor must be getting disturbed, but don't worry, they'll get used to it. I'm sure they love my singing. What else? Mm, I started a bit of stitching or sewing, but I'm not a pro. But I just love to redesign or recreate, but I'm not good in cooking, no matter what I do. So I'm just gonna find a guy who loves cooking, so we'll both be happy that way. Um, do you have any advice for a pre-COVID self? If, God forbid, I do fall sick, and you know I believe that there's no illness or situation that can ever put me down. I always keep telling myself that. So, um, yeah. I remember, like I said in one of my videos earlier, I I had a stomach bug, and normally 2 days is with food poisoning or gastro. 2 days is the max that you fall ill, and I had it for at least 5 days, and I was really ill because it wasn't retaining water, and I, you know, I and I think I heard on the news about a girl who thought it was gastro and died the next day or so because she was in pain. And that's when I made up my mind and I said, you know what, no illness or no situation can ever control me. I refuse to let my, any illness take over, and I allow my body to heal, or I allow, health and illness and fresh energy or health to come back to me. And I believe that your faith can move mountains, and it's so true. Um, well, today, I'd love to share. I had the opportunity to work on a script. So basically, it's called a home theater, and we use Zoom, which is the software, which is very famous. Everyone logs into a meeting with Zoom, and I think these guys were based in Melbourne, and I'm based in Perth, and we still had a script read, and it was recorded, so it was pretty exciting. However, obviously, I would be the one who faced all the technical issues, and it was fine. But I kept getting kicked out of the meeting, and then I couldn't dial in, and kept saying the host has thrown you out. So there were all these little technical issues, and I think I wanted to wrap it up and leave in an hour, and it took almost an hour and a half. But the best part of it all is that towards the ending of the script is because the the character or the lady um, is so emotional, and she's lost her husband, and she's just grieving, and she hates him, but at the same time she's still in that grieving process. Towards the end, there's another person that comes to the house to collect money or debts, and because this person was good to her, or you know this is the first person that she's seeing after such a long time, she actually you know feels the difference when a real person comes to your house. And I feel that when I read the script and it came to that end, and the script said that she cries because she can now sense the difference as an actor, and I was reading it, I actually broke down and cried. And the thing is, as an actor, when you read a script and you basically step out of yourself and you step into that person's shoes, and you understand and you feel what that person feels. It's their story, but it's yours when you read that script or you play that role. And I love that. It's good to see that her life changes towards the end, and it's really good. But and believe me, this was only a script read, but loved it so much. So exciting. So there's a lot you can do virtually as well. With home theater and slanted theater and everything. So yeah, I think I'm gonna sign out because it's almost 12 o'clock now. And yeah, I can probably share my dreams next time I catch up with you guys. So, well, take care, hang in there, and be safe. Bye.